All jobs are gone.
All jobs are gone. So
Yeah. Thank you for solving that.
employment, people are worried. All the blue collar labor is being done by robots. All data centers are being built by robots.
The white collar labor.
Let's rewind that for a second.
All jobs are gone.
All jobs are gone. So
Yeah.
Thank you for solving that.
employment, people are worried. All the blue collar labor is being done by robots. All data centers are being built by robots.
The white collar labor will be the first to go, because until you can move atoms, the thing that can be replaced first is anything that involves just digital. Like if it's digital, like if it involves tapping keys on a keyboard and moving a mouse, the computer can do that. The AI can do that.
Yep. When is all white collar work gone? By when?
Well, there's a lot of inertia. So even with AI at its current state, I'd say you're pretty close to being able to replace half of all jobs. But there's a lot of inertia. People just keep doing the same thing for quite some time, and there actually has to be a company that makes more use of AI that competes with a company that makes less use of AI, creating a forcing function for increased use of AI.
Right.
So this is not a joke. All jobs will be gone in 18 months. You can take that however you want to take it, but when they come out and say all jobs will be gone in 18 months, you have to take that for what it is. You can't turn around and say, well, he said white collar jobs. No, he said white collar jobs will be gone first. So with all that being said, you have to look at your job, and you have to look at your family's job, and you have to look at everybody else's job and say to yourself, can this or that job be replaced by AI or robot? When you go into McDonald's, I'm sure a lot of you have walked into a McDonald's, hopefully not, but you walked into a McDonald's and they have a kiosk and you have to type in what you want. When you go when you go to a restaurant, there's still waiters, right? But a restaurant, the waiter himself doesn't make a lot of money anyway. So he might keep his job, but most waiters have second jobs because they don't make a lot of money as waiters. So let's start with white collar jobs real quick. White collar jobs is professional, administrative, managerial roles, just data entry, coding, people who work in the little cubicles typing all day, just like he said. And this is what I would say the majority of people do, data entry type of jobs. And those jobs are going to be gone. So I'm going to play the whole video and drop your city in the chat. Let me know where you at. Drop your city in the chat. Let me know where you at. And let me know what type of job you have. So drop in the comments what type of job you have. And do you think it's in danger of being gone? So one, drop your city in the chat. Let me know where you at. Let me know where you at. And two, let me know what type of job you have or what type of career you're in. And third, do you think it is in danger of being lost? Let me know what you think.
All jobs are gone.
All jobs are gone. So
Yeah.
Thank
you
for solving that.
employment, people are worried. All the blue collar labor is being done by robots. All data centers are being built by robots.
The white collar labor will be the first to go, because until you can move atoms, the thing that can be replaced first is anything that involves just digital. Like if it's digital, like if it involves tapping keys on a keyboard and moving a mouse, the computer can do that. The AI can do that.
When is all white collar work gone? By when?
Well, there's a lot of inertia. So even with AI at its current state, I'd say you're pretty close to being able to replace half of all jobs. But there's a lot of inertia.
See, all, he used the word all. And somebody said, oh, vote for a demon and get demon results. That is a fact.
People just keep doing the same.
But keep this in mind, and this is just my opinion. I don't think your vote counts when it comes to presidents. They're not going to put who you want in the White House when the president literally is in charge of running all of you. They're going to put who they want to put because they don't care about what you want. As you can see, they care about what they want. So there's a class of people, and I got to remember where I heard it from, but the president of the United States is in the third class. You think the president of the United States is in the first? No. The first class is, the Vanguards, the Black Rocks. That's the first class. And then the class under them is the second class. And those two classes of people are the ones who vote for a president. They're not going to allow y'all or us, I would say, to vote in a president. We're literally all the way down here when it comes to classes. So why in the world would they imagine having us who don't really know anything, from a world standpoint, economic standpoint, futuristic standpoint? No. So the top two classes of the world are the ones who chooses a president for all of us. So I don't think voting for a president is an actual thing. I think voting for presidents is like wrestling. The day you realize wrestling was fake. So it's like wrestling and Santa Claus and an Easter bunny. It doesn't exist.
The same thing for quite some time. And there actually has to be a company that makes more use of AI that competes with a company that makes less use of AI, creating a forcing function for increased use of AI.
Right.
My best guess for how this will manifest is that prices will drop.
Yeah.
Prices in dollar terms are the ratio between the output of goods and services and the money supply.
Sure.
And this is
wait, somebody said you can't see me? What do you mean I can't see you? I can't. Wait, put a 1 in the chat. Y'all can see me and hear me. Put a 1 in the chat. Y'all can see me and hear me. What do you mean you can't see me? Is something wrong? I just want to make sure. Put a 1 in the chat. You can see me and hear me. Make sure I don't need to change nothing.
Prediction I think some others have made, but I think governments will actually be pushing to increase money supply
faster.
Yes, this is going to be a bumpy ride, and it's not like I know the answers here. But I have decided to look on the bright side, and I'd like to thank you guys for being an inspiration in this regard.
Thank you, appreciate that.
Companies have been laying people off and blaming AI. So why are their AI bills bigger than their old payroll?
In the past few years, the AI conversation has shifted from training to inference, the part where AI actually does things.
So this is important for us to look into. I am not the gloom and doom person, as y'all already know. So I am not coming on live saying all of your jobs are going to be gone. This is a projection, and it's important for you to put yourself in a position where you can sustain yourself when you lose your job. Okay, I'll say it again. My responsibility to my audience is putting you in a position where you're able to sustain yourself when, not if, when you lose your job. There's going to be other ways of making money. As an example, I have not had a job since 2017. So for some of you, that sounds scary, but I have not had a job since 2017. There are different ways to sustain yourself, or either there are different ways to like add to what you're already doing to make sure you can, put money up or whatever. But this is not doom and gloom. This can actually be freeing, because I couldn't imagine working a job. I would work a job if I have to, but I couldn't imagine going to work every day. I woke up like 30 minutes ago. It's like 1 o'clock. No, I woke up at 11:30. I don't wake up with an alarm clock. I just wake up. And yeah, so with all that being said, this is not doom and gloom, this can actually be freeing for some people that are watching that have jobs, because you're going to lose your job at some point within the next 2 years. I'm sorry, but this is not doom and gloom. I just need y'all to understand that this is a different way of seeing your life. Okay, so I'm not spreading doom and gloom. I'm saying that there's another gear that you have that you may not even know that exists,
which has grown to a bigger and bigger share of an enterprise AI compute budget, as you can see here in yellow. In 2023, it was roughly 40%. By 2026, it's 85%, the dominant cost of running AI at scale. At the same time, an interesting paradox has arisen. Per token costs, essentially the price per unit of AI processing, have dropped 280x in 3 years, yet the average enterprise AI budget grew from 1.2 million in 2024 to 7 million in 2026. Cheaper tokens drove more adoption, which drove more usage, which led companies to spend more, as well as facilitating the shift from experimental chatbots to always-on agentic AI.
So right here, she's explaining how AI itself is going to, at some early point, cost the government or whoever is creating AI more money than is costing them now. And they're borrowing a lot of money from banks. So we want to talk about the banks also, but there's a sweet spot where we can turn around and make more money and they could turn around and make less money. So Amelia says, how are people going to survive without income? Well, that's the reason why I'm doing this live stream and why this is not doom and gloom. And everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. So how are people going to survive without income? That is a very, and I'm not mad at your question. I'm glad you asked that question. Okay. But it's a very dysfunctional mindset to have, thinking about how are people going to survive without income. So before I answer your question, which I'm glad you asked, I'm not calling your question dysfunctional, but we have to like hone this in and figure out what we can do about this conversation. Does anybody want to guess why this question could be dysfunctional? Because I don't want Amelia to feel like she is a bad question. It's a brilliant question because it brings up another conversation that needs to be had. So does anybody understand why this thought process of how are people going to survive without income? Do y'all want to guess why that's a dysfunctional mindset? Not the question, but mindset. I'll give y'all a second. So I'm going to play a little bit of this, and I want y'all to share your thoughts in the chat. Why is this question problematic? And I'm going to answer, but I want to give y'all a second answer.
And that shift changed everything because agents are a different beast. A simple chatbot answers a prompt. One input generates one response, and this uses minimal tokens. An agent, however, can complete complex tasks, and for each one, it plans, calls tools, retries on failure, and self-corrects, triggering multiple model calls to do so. That's how agents consume 5 to 30 times more tokens than a standard chatbot interaction. And even running the same agent on the same task, costs can vary by up to 30x, meaning companies can't even reliably budget for this. As agentic consumption grew faster than anticipated, AI providers like Anthropic chose to restructure enterprise billing entirely, shifting away from flat subscriptions to pay-as-you-go, where every token used adds to the bill.
So now she's talking about subscriptions. So listen to what she's saying, because it's important for us. Because this whole AI thing, in my opinion, is going to fall apart. And everything is just going to go back the way it was. And that is the positivity to this gloom and doom. I personally think this AI stuff is going to blow up in all of their faces, just like the metaverse blew up in everybody's faces. Put a 1 in the chat if you remember where the metaverse was a big thing. Facebook literally changed their name to Meta, and they started this metaverse crap, and all of a sudden it blew up in their face and they lost billions of dollars. Put a 1 in the chat if you remember that. So just because they invent something does not mean it's going to work. But remember, answer the question. Why is this question right here on the screen a bad mindset to have? And I'm gonna answer that in a second.
You can see how all these factors add up. For example, at a company like Uber, where their CTO said his team has blown through their 2026 budget just 4 months into the year. So far this year, 92,000 tech workers have been laid off, but does replacing them with AI actually pencil out? Well, it depends. Let's look at a tech investor running research agents at his media operation. He says one agent hit $300 a day almost immediately. That's $109,000 a year per agent, which seems reasonable against a comparable job salary until you see that the agent was accomplishing only 20% of what he needed it to do.
So right here, the AI agents are beginning to cost the company more money than the actual employee. Do y'all see that? Some of y'all don't know what an AI agent is, but AI agents, which is kind of like a subsidiary of the actual AI, you have AI agents that actually do the work. So for an example, and I don't want to get too tech because I'm not a tech person. Claude, OpenClaw can actually send out emails for you, can actually schedule posts for you, and do all these different things for you. That is somewhat of an AI agent. But what she's saying is the companies that are using the AI agents, they're paying more money per hour for an AI agent, and it's costing more energy. So it's not only just money, it's costing energy to run AI agents to run their business. And this is the reason why this is important to have a conversation about. We end up getting fired and they end up paying more money for the AI agents than they pay for us. So that is a positive for us. So now all we as a people have to do is to make sure that we stay and maintain our creativity and be more productive, so we can compete with the AI agents. So we have to welcome in competition. I'll say it again. We as humans have to welcome in the opportunity to compete with AI. So it's not about AI taking our jobs. We have to be more competitive so we won't allow AI to take our jobs. But the majority of us are lazy. The majority of us just be at work waiting to go home. We staring at the clock like, damn, it ain't even time to get I'm ready to go to lunch. Well, AI don't take lunch breaks. But AI is costing them more money than it's costing you. So all you have to do is just get on your shit a little bit better, be more productive, up your productivity, stop wanting to get off work so fast, work a little longer, and then you will actually be in position to beat out AI. Imagine there's an opportunity for you as a human to win against AI because AI agents cost way more money than you. But if you are always lazy, always coming to work late, always want to take PTO, your kid's sick and all this stupid shit, companies will be like, get out of here. I'd rather pay more money for AI because you keep bitching, you keep making excuses, you keep falling off, you keep wanting to get off work early, get out. And they would rather pay more money for AI agents that aren't going to do all that stuff than you. But if you were to stop doing those things and get a little tighter, work a little harder, get off work a little later, come to work a little earlier, you can beat AI. AI is taking your jobs because a lot of you have taken your jobs for granted. It's not that AI is going to take our jobs. No, you're just taking your job for granted. So think about, instead of them AI taking your jobs, think about you taking your job for granted. All right. So let me get to the answer to this question right here. How are people going to survive without income? Here's the thing that I want y'all to understand. Nobody gives a shit about you having income. I'll say it again. Nobody gives a shit about you having income. When it comes to a job, your job that you may lose is to make the company income. Your job is to make the company income. But if you have a mindset of the job giving you income, your ass need to be fired. You need to be fired if you have the mindset of, how am I going to pay my bills if I don't have a job? No, your goal is to, I need to make sure my job is able to pay their bills. Put a 1 in the chat if you understand what I'm saying. Nobody gives a shit about you paying your bills. You don't work for a company so the company can pay your bills. Fuck your bills. Your job is to make sure the company that you work for can pay their bills, can pay for their advertisers, so they can be more competitive with other companies. Because what you don't realize is other companies are going through all kinds of shit. They're dealing with lawsuits. They're dealing with women suing the company because somebody grabbed her ass in the damn break room. They got to deal with AI like taking them. See, AI won't just take your job. AI would take the company's job, because a company that makes cars or a Starbucks or whatever, AI could turn around and take them out of the damn marketplace. So they got issues they got to deal with, but all you care about is your damn issues. What, how am I going to pay my bills? Who gives a shit? You as a person have to have the mindset of, how can I add value to the marketplace? There's a little boy that wanted to cut my grass, right? I have a company that cuts my grass, but I said, you know what? I want this young boy to cut my grass. So he comes over my house. My grass ain't even high yet. He said, hey, I want to know, can I cut your grass? I said, does it need to be cut? He said, I just want to cut your grass. I said, do you think I care about what you want? I don't even know you. He's like, I said, I want you to think about this. You're young and I'm not mad at you, but how about you come back when my grass looks like crap and come back, knock on my door and say, hey, Mr. Aaron, I see that you have a problem with your grass. Would you allow me to be the solution for your problem? You see that? So the first approach is kind of like how y'all are thinking. Oh my God, how am I going to pay my bills? Nobody gives a shit. Just like the little boy. Hey, can I cut your grass so I can make some money? I don't give a damn. Like, no. Who are you? You little boy? Don't you got parents? Get out of here. Get your parents to give you some money. I'm not your damn parent, little boy. That's the first mindset. Give me. Who's gonna give me some money? Like, nobody wants to deal with that. So I taught the little boy to come back when he sees a problem and be the solution to my problem. You as a worker, you have to see the problem, point out the problem, and say, hey, I have the perfect solution for your problem. And if you cannot do that, you're going to go homeless. You're going to go homeless. The reason for having a job is to make the company you work for more productive, more competitive and more money. It's not about you making more money. It's about you making more money for them. And when they make more money, you make more money. Okay? And then somebody else said this. Universal basic income is coming soon. This is the reason why they want to kill y'all. This is the reason why they want to kill y'all. You want to know why they poisoning the food? You want to know why they're poisoning the water? You want to know why they're putting up all these data centers that is literally sucking all the water out of communities? Because of shit like this. If they get to the point where they feel the need to actually do this shit, universal basic income, that means they're paying all of y'all not to work. They might as well kill y'all. Like, why in the world would a government just give y'all money for y'all to just live and y'all sucking up all the air, sucking up all the resources, sucking up all the food? They're literally paying for your food, and that means you're sucking up all the food. They might as well orchestrate a fake alien invasion and have the aliens just come in and just eviscerate all y'all. And this is the reason why I'm saying this mindset right here is the reason why there's going to be an orchestrated fake alien invasion. They're going to eviscerate all y'all asses. Because don't nobody have time to be sitting here calling y'all and taking care of y'all like y'all are children. There will be no, I'll say it again, there will be no universal basic income. They're going to kill y'all. The day you file for universal basic income, your ass going to be gone. They're going to kill you. They're going to find a way. Like I said, fake alien invasion. Perfect way to get rid of all y'all asses. Not saying they should, but I'm saying the people that file for this shit, you ain't even going to be here no more. I'm telling you right now, they're going to use AI to get you out of here. Because why? From a common sense standpoint, y'all, if they're creating AI and they're trying to figure out how to make this work for them, and like this woman is saying right here, AI is costing them money. So they kind of still need you. They need humans. But what kind of humans do they need? They don't need whiny humans. They don't need humans that want to get off work early. They don't need humans that they kids sick like every Thursday. I got a headache. I need a personal day. Those people, they don't need those people. They need the person that's going to come in and say, how can I be of some service? How can I help? I want to outwork everybody. That competitive person, that football player mindset. You know, that football player like, let's go. You know, we all have that one rah-rah Adderall sniffing dude. The dude probably sniffs coke in the damn bathroom, and he comes out like rah, rah, rah. And we're like, yo, or either the woman who's like, hey guys, hey, good morning, happy Monday. You're like, yo, like, stop. That person is the one that they need to replicate because they're upbeat, they're ready to work, they're lit, and they're not making excuses. But the rest of y'all, the aliens are going to kill you. Literally, I'm not making shit up. The aliens are going to kill you. Because they're not going through all this shit, creating robots just for peace. No. They're creating robots so they can fuck people up. So they can not be at they won't be at fault for you dying. Oh my God, the robots are running rampant. Oh my God, we have to stop the robots. See, people can't do this. You know, every time a police officer shoots a person, it's all over the news and everybody's protesting and shit. It ain't gonna be no protesting when there's an army of robots walking around. You gonna sit your ass down somewhere. It ain't gonna be no protest. Imagine everybody, hell no, we won't go. And we got like 20 robots walking down the street like, you like, oh shit. And they just, and you're like, what we gonna do? And they just walking. And you like, we might need to get up out of there. And then you gonna have to get out of there because they're gonna fuck you up. So it ain't gonna be no more protesting. These robots are gonna tear y'all asses apart. And the government is gonna be like, oh my God, we didn't know. See, when they put themselves in a position where they aren't the ones that unalived all of you, it's not their fault. So I'm telling y'all now, there will not be any universal basic income, and nobody gives a shit about how or why you are going to pay your bills because it's not their responsibility. See, the government is not your daddy. Your job is not your daddy. The job you work at is not your mommy. You are your own daddy and you are your own mommy. You need to figure out your own shit. You have to find out. And like I said, if you change the way you operate at work, you will not lose your job. So the people who are going to lose their jobs are the whiny, excuse making, my kid is sick, I got a headache people. I got to get out of work early because the daycare center won't let me. Like somebody gives a shit about your daycare center. I don't care. I need you to stay till 7 o'clock. I can't stay till 7 o'clock. I got to pick up my, fuck your kids. That's them saying it, not me. See, AI don't have kids. AI do not have kids. So they're going to be like, fuck your, I don't give a damn about your kid. Can you stay or no? No, get out. And then you're going to be sitting around, oh my God, they laid me off after 20 years of being a lazy sack of shit. Lazy, whiny, excuse-making sack of shit. You've been working at your job for 20 years, but how many times you took off work? How many times you came to work late? How many times you complained about your job behind their back? How many times you got on TikTok talking shit about your job? Those people are going to be out of here. You have to turn around and look at AI as your next competitor and say, I'm going to step up and I'm going to compete with this AI shit and I'm going to win. Because I'm telling you now in this video right here that I'm about to keep playing, AI is costing them billions of dollars that they don't have. They can't afford all of this shit. They need you, but they're tired of some yous being whiny, weak, and unproductive. Okay? Put a 1 in the chat if you understand what I've been saying. Or am I too harsh? Say got it or that was too harsh in the chat. Say got it or that was too harsh. What do y'all think?
NVIDIA's VP of Applied Deep Learning expressed the same.
So let me back this up a little bit. I need y'all to understand how much AI agents are costing them. AI agents are costing them a lot of money. They can't afford AI agents. Say got it in the chat or either say that was too harsh.
To pay as you go, where every token used adds to the bill. You can see how all these factors add up, for example, at a company like Uber, where their CTO said his team has blown through their 2026 budget just 4 months into the year. So
see, they're blowing through their budget trying to use this AI stuff. They're literally like businesses will go out of business trying to like add this AI stuff because they don't know what the hell they're doing. Because if it doesn't turn into profit, what's the point of all this AI stuff?
So far this year, 92,000 tech workers have been laid off, but does replacing them with AI actually pencil out?
See?
Well, it depends. Let's look at a tech investor.
See? Listen, you have a chance. You have a chance. Listen again.
As you go, where every token used adds to the bill. You can see how all these factors add up, for example at a company like Uber, where their CTO said his team has blown through their 2026 budget just 4 months into the year. So far this year, 92,000 tech workers have been laid off, but
So 92,000 tech workers have been paid off. But there's a silver lining to this. Listen to this.
does replacing them with AI actually pencil out?
See, this is an issue. This is a question. They might have to bring back those 92,000 tech workers. Guess how many of those tech workers are lazy fucks? Probably half of them. So the ones that actually were productive, the ones that were positive, the ones that had a positive attitude, the ones that were proud to have a job, instead of being entitled to a job, they'll get their job back. But the entitled whiny workers who had to get off work early all the time, they ass still ain't gonna have no job. Do y'all understand what I'm saying?
Well, it depends. Let's look at a tech investor running research agents at his media operation. He says one agent hit $300 a day almost immediately. That's $109,000 a year per agent, which seems reasonable against a comparable job salary.
Listen, I'm teaching y'all some stuff. Hit the like button if y'all understand how helpful this is to you. If this is helping you, make sure to hit the hype button. There's a hype button under this video. HYPE. There's a hype button. Hit that. Share this video and hit the like button. Is this helping or not? Just let me know. Is this helpful or not? Say yes or no. I'm trying to help y'all. We got to change our mindsets, y'all. Like we got to stop being whiny and, oh my God, because nobody cares.
A year. So far this year, 92,000 tech workers have been laid off, but does replacing them with AI actually pencil out? Well, it depends. Let's look at a tech investor running research agents at his media operation. He says one agent hit $300 a day almost immediately. That's $109,000 a year per agent.
So $109,000 per agent per year.
Which seems reasonable against a comparable job salary until you see that the agent was accomplishing only 20% of what he needed it to do. NVIDIA's VP of Applied Deep Learning expressed the same sentiment. Compute costs are now far beyond the costs of employees.
So they need you. Unless you're lazy. They need you. You have to wake up, get off your ass, and be more productive. And stop having the mindset of, how am I going to pay my bills? They don't care. How are you going to help them pay their bills is what they care about.
Sometimes the raw cost math does work, like in this case with Klarna, which replaced 700 workers with AI, reportedly saved $10 million, and had its agents resolving cases 9 minutes faster than humans. But the full picture is complicated. Customer complaints rose, satisfaction scores dropped, and
See? They need the humans. They need the empathy. They need like customer service. Like, have you ever called customer service and you know is a little worker person and you say, "Yo, I have this problem," and they say, "I understand you feel that way." You're like, "No, you don't." Like, there's no empathy in the person's voice. They're gonna get rid of that person. But have you ever had a customer service experience where the person went like far and beyond what they were supposed to do? And they actually was like, you know what, Mr. Aaron, I got you. My kid or my husband went through the same thing. I got you. I understand. I'm gonna make sure you're good, and I'm gonna slow down and not just give you a whole bunch of crap. We're gonna work this out together. And you're like, oh man, thank you so much. Like, my other car, I hit a deal with my other car, right? I'm just want to give you an example of empathy. And I sent my car to get fixed, right? Because my other car is not passing emissions because something in the fender of the car is putting out a code, right? So I'm like, damn, do I need to change the whole fender, or can they just fix the one thing inside of the, So I take the car up there, and imagine if AI said, okay, yes, we'll fix your car, and AI is just spitting out facts or whatever. And I'm like, wait. can you fix the thing inside of the bumper, or do you have to fix the whole bumper? AI would just said, we have to fix everything because we da. And you're just like, oh my God. But guess what? Since it was a human that I was dealing with, he was like, you know what? I got you. I understand that you're just trying to fix the thing, and there's another thing in here. So we looked at the codes and we replaced your battery, because apparently when we hooked your car up, remember, this is a body shop. This is a body shop, and it's not the catalytic converter. No, it was a thing in my fender. You know, a lot of these newer cars, it has a lot of computer codes that'll come off, and not just the mechanical stuff, right? So I never heard of something inside of like the camera thing that would make me not pass emissions. I'm like, what the hell, right? So instead of him just fixing it, he's like, you know what? We looked at your battery and your battery is low. So is it okay for us to replace your battery? And the reason why is your battery might be giving out faulty codes because your battery needs to be replaced. And I'm like, damn, my battery? I could have just changed the battery. He was like, possibly. So I was like, all right, change the battery. And he said, and then I'm gonna keep your car, and I'm not gonna charge you for your car being up here. But once we see what codes that the new battery is giving out, then we'll be able to get a better understanding of what's actually happening, because it might not be a problem. We might need to just fix the fender and not the bumper, and then the code might go away. I was like, damn, man, I appreciate that. So the human side of that guy helping me, empathizing with me, not wanting to charge me, what the books tell him to do, made me feel happy and heard and seen, So he has my car and he put a battery in it. And guess what? The codes went away because I tried to get emissions, and emissions said there's a scoop thing in my bumper that is faulty and is knocking the computer off. And I'm like, damn, what the hell? But I didn't even know that I needed another battery. AI can't do that. AI just takes in information and spits out information. So we need all of us. We need you. We need humans. We need people. We need empathy. Okay? So from a customer service standpoint, AI cannot empathize with the customers. So according to what this woman is saying, customer sentiments is hating the AI stuff. That means you have a chance. Your humility, your understanding, your empathy can win against AI, y'all.
Sometimes the raw cost math does work, like in this case with Klarna, which replaced 700 workers with AI, reportedly saved $10 million, and had its agents resolving cases 9 minutes faster than humans. But the full picture is complicated. Customer complaints rose, satisfaction scores dropped, and Klarna eventually started rehiring human employees.
See? I'm not making this shit up. They had to start rehiring human employees. So this is not a doom and gloom live stream. This is letting you know what you have to do. You have to step your game up. If you don't, they're not just going to fire you. They're going to kill you. And I'm not joking. They're not going to put all of y'all who got fired and laid off because they think y'all lazy on universal insurance or universal welfare. No, you're gonna die because the fake alien invasion is going to happen. And the alien, which is an AI robot, is going to know exactly who is who. And they're going to get rid of you, and they're going to walk right past this person. Because they're gonna read all this surveillance shit. They know who is who, and they're gonna like, all right, he's productive, so we're not gonna eviscerate him. But this motherfucker here, your ass gonna be gone. They're not doing this universal nothing. They're gonna get rid of your ass.
The math works under perfect conditions, but the moment you add complexity or expect AI to fully replace rather than assist, it often doesn't. Whether that changes anytime soon is still an open question.
This layoff story haunts me at night. This girl gets sent to Florida on a work trip, not
this is
vacation, for a project for them. She lands, gets an email that says, "I'm sorry, we regret to inform you." The best part is that they canceled her flight home. I'm sorry, what?
Yo, they laid her off while she was doing something and they didn't even pay for her flight home, bro. Like, they canceled the flight.
Companies don't care. Please, please, please stop giving 100% of yourself to them. And for anyone that's going to say, well, if you're good at your job or you're a high performer, you're safe, I got a story for you coming tomorrow that you might want to follow for, because high performers are not safe either. Let me know your best layoff story. Florida on a work trip, not vacation, for a project for them. She lands, gets an email that says, "I'm sorry, we regret to inform you." The best part is that they canceled her flight home. I'm sorry, what? Companies don't care.
So I want to say something about that. But first, let me say this.
Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button.
So she says companies don't care. Do companies care? Yes or no in the chat. She says companies don't care. Companies do care. You don't care. You don't care. See, it's not that the company doesn't care about you. You don't care about the company. You keep taking off work. You keep getting off work early. You keep whining on TikTok about how you hate your job. You don't think they don't know your TikTok? They follow you on TikTok. Your company follows you on TikTok. And they hear you bitching about your company, how you don't like your supervisor. They see how entitled you are. So it's not that companies don't care about people. People don't care about the companies that they work for. And they're verbalizing it on TikTok. You don't care. That's why some of you are going to get eviscerated by the aliens, because you don't care. Care, and you won't get eviscerated by the aliens.
Please, please, please stop giving 100% of yourself to them. And for anyone that's going to say, well, if you're good at your job or you're...
See, that's stupid. You have to be competitive, dummy. Please don't listen to this stupid ass woman. She's an idiot. Don't give 100% to your job. Okay, get laid off then. And here's the thing. Even if you do give 100% to your job and still get laid off, you have a habit of giving 100% at your job. So you get another job easily, because on record, you give 100% to your job. Give 100% to everything that is going on in your life. Give 100% to your kids. Give 100% to your mate. Give 100% to your dog. Give 100% to your job. Give 100% to you. Stop giving 20% to all these people. That's why your wife left you, because you're not giving 100% to your wife. That's why your kids don't like you, because you're not giving 100% to your kids. All this, stop giving 100%. You're an idiot, lady. That's the reason why all these people are getting laid off, because they're not giving 100%.
You're a high performer, you're safe. I got a story for you coming tomorrow that you might want to follow for, because high performers are not safe either. Let me know.
Wait, somebody said, do you know about replacement theory? Hold on, let's see what replacement theory actually is, because I'm not going to say I know what it is. Let's see. Explain replacement theory. Let's see. Hold on. Verbally explain replacement theory.
The Great Replacement Theory is a far-right conspiracy theory. It falsely claims that some elites are intentionally using immigration and multicultural policies to replace white populations.
Oh, it's about white populations? Oh, well, somebody said in the chat something about replacement theory. I didn't understand what it was, so I just went to Google it. Apparently it has something to do with white people. I don't know. So I don't know. I thought it was like job replacement theory or something. I was going to say something else. So My replacement theory is become irreplaceable. How about that? How about that for replacement theory? Become irreplaceable. That's my replacement theory. Become irreplaceable. And make it where they replace you and they're like, damn, they got to call you back because the person or thing that has replaced you is not as good as you. And they call your ass back and give you more money. How about that for a replacement theory?
Now, your best layoff story that you've heard, I want to raise awareness here.
I got fired from my job. I didn't do anything wrong. It wasn't about my performance, but my company's downsizing and has budget cuts. And I was cut. He's like, is there anything I can do for you? And I said, yeah, let me keep my job because in 2 weeks, my husband starts a grad school program. We move next weekend and we were going to live off of my income. Only one income. It's like every time I think I'm so close to getting out of fight or flight, something ridiculous happens. And it just sends me full force right back into it. What am I supposed to do? I've applied to over 200 jobs since January. Do you know how many I've heard back from and gotten an interview from? None.
So I'm going to give you two different renditions. I'm going to give you two different responses from that woman. Do you empathize with that woman? Yes or no in the chat. Do you empathize with that woman? So I'm going to give you an empathetic response, and then I'm going to give you a secondary response. So my empathetic response is it hurts me to see so many people upset that they're losing their jobs, and it's unfortunate and it's scary. And I empathize for that woman and other people who are just literally sitting on their floors like, what am I going to do? Because that's a real thing. Okay. So from an empathetic standpoint, my heart goes out to her because it's scary, especially for younger people. She looks like she's like 26, 23. So her youth makes her even more scared because she probably never went through this before. Okay. So I just want to empathize with this young lady, and, you know, my heart goes out to her because at the end of the day, she's scared, and being scared is a human emotion, and we have the right to cry and be scared. So my heart goes out to her. So I want to play this again because now I want to give you a secondary response to her.
Best layoff story that you've heard.
And y'all already know what the secondary response is about to be. So put your seatbelt on.
I want to raise awareness here.
I got fired from my job.
Nobody gives a fuck.
I didn't do anything wrong. It
still don't give a fuck.
wasn't about my performance, but my company's downsizing and has budget cuts.
So if the company is downsizing and having budget cuts, you being good doesn't matter. And you sitting around on TikTok crying instead of you looking for more opportunities or thinking outside of the box. Because what the hell are we going to do? Why are you sitting on TikTok crying about you losing your damn job? Like, you're looking for empathy. Or you can possibly be putting yourself in a position where somebody in your audience can give you tips or give you advice, which would be a good thing. Okay. So the thing about it is, instead of sitting there on the floor crying, I just lost my job, how about you ask questions and say, hey, is anybody out there that is in my audience that can give me a job, give me an opportunity? Do you know anybody that is hiring? Can you give me some advice? Can you send me a DM? Do you know somebody that can help me? Or either, here's my Cash App. You see, I got a Cash App on my video, right? Y'all see the Cash App? Put a Cash App in right across the top of your video and say, hey, I just lost my job. If anybody that is a supporter of me would like to help, here's my Cash App. Do you see the difference? Do you see the difference, y'all? Do you see the difference? Instead of sitting there crying and whining, ask for help. Like, this is the problem with these weak ass freaking people. And then they wonder why they got laid off. Because you're whiny. Nobody wants no whiny ass person at work. Shut up. And then it gets worse. And I was empathetic at first, but this is the other side, all right? So y'all got to let me cook.
And I was cut. He's like, is there anything I can do for you? And I said, yeah, let me keep my job.
They said, is there anything I can do for you? How about you say, okay, because of what you know versus what I don't know, can you give me some advice on who may be hiring? You're a hiring manager because you're firing me. Do you know of any colleagues that may actually can help me, or you know me more than anybody else does? Is there anybody that you can refer me to? You know I'm a good worker. You get what I'm saying? But instead, you want to say, let me keep my job. Ma'am. Shit. The woman that, or the man that is firing you knows you, knows your character. They might be able to give you a direction to go in. But instead of you sitting down and say, okay, look, you know me more than anybody does. You know how good I am, how productive I am, how smart I am. Is there anything that you can, any direction you can send me to, like from a networking standpoint? Can I have your cell phone number so we could talk like when we get off work? Because you may get laid off too. But you know me, so we can work together. You know what I'm saying? But no, don't nobody want no whiny ass person working for them. See, it's one thing about character and work ethic, right? How you operate, how you show up at work every day versus the little typing and productivity. See, work ethic and productivity are two different things. Is it in you? Do you have the dog in you? Or are you just typing to keep a job? Let's keep going.
Because in 2 weeks, my husband starts a grad school program.
Well, tell your damn husband to quit and let him look for a damn job. Do y'all see this shit? In 2 weeks, like somebody gives a shit, and my husband starts grad school. Fuck your husband and his grad school. He need to go drive for Uber or some shit. What are you talking about? Get your goofy ass off TikTok and go get in your husband's face and say, do something. Remember the movie, what was the name of the movie where Denzel Washington, his son was about to die from something and they didn't have insurance. John Q, was it John Q? Was a movie John Q? And the wife was like, she looked at her husband and said, do something. And he went out and did something. Sitting there crying on the floor. Shut up. You got a whole husband. You know how many women out here going homeless? They ain't got no damn husband. They got like 3 kids. She just lost her job. And it's just her. Her and her kids got to live in their car. And your goofy ass is in a house, sitting on the floor, crying, and you got a damn husband. Shut up. See this shit I'm talking about? These are the people that companies do not want to have working for them. These whiny ass people. You got a damn husband. Nobody gives a damn. Go to your husband and say, do something. Drop out of grad school because you probably ain't going to be able to have no job after you graduate because of AI, and go work for Uber. Go do this. Go cut some grass. It's damn summertime. Go buy a lawnmower. Tired these whiny ass damn people. Shut up. You got a whole husband. Go cut some grass. Shit. Buy a lawnmower, cut some grass, and then drive for Uber. Make an income. And then you go drive for Uber Eats or some other shit. Sitting on the damn floor crying. Shut up.
It has budget cuts. And
Got a whole damn husband.
He's like, is there anything I can do for you? And I said, yeah, let me keep my job because in 2 weeks, my husband starts a grad school program. We move next weekend.
We move next weekend? Shut up. Don't move next weekend. How about that? Stop buying new shit. Stop buying new shit. How about you just not move next weekend? How about you move in with your parents next weekend instead of moving into something else, probably more spacious? Like, you have nothing to be crying about, ma'am. Your husband is fully able, it sounds like he's smart because he's in grad school, to go find his ass a job or find him a gig work job, because Uber, Lyft is always out there. Uber Eats, Postmates, all this other shit. Buy a lawnmower, cut some goddamn grass. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. I'm not the person who's going, well, even though I remember this is my second, I was empathizing with her the first time. But now she got to get this damn work. Bro, because nobody cares. Nobody cares. Damn husband in grad school. You don't get the hell out of here. My husband is in grad school and he can't work. It ain't like she said, my husband doesn't have any legs. Now, then I'll be like, damn, I'm sorry. But he got legs. He got arms. Tell his goofy ass to drop out of grad school and go buy a lawnmower and cut some damn grass. The fuck?
And we were going to live off of my income.
We're going to live off my income. Well, guess what? You want to live off of his income now. Because he's going to drop out of grad school. Some damn grad school. Fuck, what is wrong with y'all?
Only one income.
It's
like every time I think I'm so close to getting out of fight or flight.
You know that was fake, right? Yes or no? Was that fake or not? Was it fake? That shit was fake. Get off TikTok and go find another. She's looking for jobs. Look for some more jobs. I don't care about how many jobs you look for. Look for some more. Shit. You cut some grass. Go get 2 lawnmowers. You cut this person's grass over here, and then he cuts this person's grass over there. How about that? You and your husband go buy 2 lawnmowers, and both of y'all go cut grass. How about that? Someone's like, sit on a lawnmower and go, damn goofball.
His budget cuts. And I was cut. He's like, is there anything I can do for you? And I said, yeah, let me keep my job because in 2 weeks, my husband starts a grad school program.
All right, here goes. Y'all let me know if it's fake or not. Watch this.
We move next weekend. And we were going to live off of my income. Only one income.
Here goes. Y'all ready?
It's like every time I think I'm so close to getting out of fight or flight.
And I'm sorry, y'all. Can you imagine this woman being a lion? Can y'all imagine this woman being a lion? A female lion. And she's out in the Sahara and she's hungry. And she's sitting there on TikTok, say the lion has a cell phone, and she's sitting there with her little paws going like, I don't know what to do. Ma'am, go hunt. Shut the fuck up and go hunt. Go chase down an antelope and shut the fuck up. Like, what are you doing? Big ass lion with the big ass paws. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Get your ass off TikTok and go be a lion. What is wrong with you? Bruh. See? This is what I'm saying. This is why they're gonna have the alien invasion. This is why they're gonna have the alien invasion, y'all. when the aliens, that's just going to be AI people. It's just going to be AI robots. And when they come in here and start walking around and eviscerating people, you're going to be like, oh my God, what is happening? I'm be like, wait. just give him a second. Give him a second. Wait. Just wait. This just wait.
Something ridiculous happens, and it just sends me full force right back into it. What am I supposed to do?
What am I supposed to do? Am I too hard on her, y'all? Am I mean? I'm just saying, y'all. Like we can't be like her, especially publicly like her. If you want to do this just in your house, cool. But when you get on TikTok doing this stupid shit and you don't even ask for help, you're just sitting there whining. What is the point? What is you're not even asking for help. Get on TikTok and say, hey, I just lost my job. Does anybody know who's hiring? I'm in Illinois or Sacramento and I need help. Does anybody know of anybody hiring? I do this, I do this, I do this, and I do this. And I do it damn well. Does anybody know? Can anybody help? Can anybody like give me any advice? No, you just what am I gonna do? Shut up. Just wait until the aliens come. They're gonna get your ass. And you're gonna be running. The aliens! You gonna get on TikTok there and whine about the aliens? Huh? Just wait. They're gonna get your ass up out of here.
I've applied to over 200 jobs since January. Do you know how many I've heard back from and gotten an interview from? None. Okay.
What about looking for 200 more jobs? I want y'all to think about this. This woman said, I applied for 200 jobs since January. It's May, about to be June. Is applying for 200 jobs since January a good thing, y'all? I don't think it is.
Everyone keeps.
Hold on, I want to show y'all something. I thought I had it. So, am I wrong for saying she sounds lazy as hell because she only applied for 200 jobs since January? Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here, y'all? 200 jobs since January isn't nothing. Apply for 200 more jobs, ma'am, and shut up. So let's see what he has to say.
I was let go from my job at Meta, and I have 60 days to find a new job or I'll be kicked out from the UK. What happened was this morning.
Now, this is an issue. Now, this might be an issue. Damn, you about to get kicked out of the UK? This is the issue right here.
I went to the office and I had a one-on-one scheduled with my manager. I thought it was a normal one. I even prepared a document to update my manager on all my projects. She sat down and then she went into a call and I thought she was going to present something. But then a woman appeared on the big monitor and I realized, oh, okay, this is this kind of meeting. I was surprisingly calm because my original manager, she was actually laid off the month prior. And then there were rumors of layoffs at Meta.
So he's aware that layoffs are coming. Okay, so hopefully he put things in place where he's gonna be okay. So he's aware that they were having layoffs.
I had to immediately grab my stuff and leave the office, hand in equipment, my badge. My manager did ask me if I wanted to grab any snacks before I left. Of course, I did. Then I just went back home, messaged me on LinkedIn, and then I jumped on a WhatsApp call to brief them of what happened. I entered on a skilled worker visa, and they told me, Meta, the HR person, told me it's canceled now, and I have a 60-day grace period to find something. So, welcome to my new series where I try to find a job within 60 days. Follow to see what happens to me.
You see how positive he is? Do you see how he's not sitting there crying? He's making a series and he's like, hey, come with me while I look for a job. Do you see how productive that could be? Because other people are without jobs also. You see how inspirational he can be? Do y'all see the difference between sitting around crying and whining versus offering something that other people can use and utilize? I can watch him look for a job and I can learn how he's looking for a job. And then on the same side, on the emotional end, I now feel like I'm not alone. So now I have an emotional connection to this guy. He's like, damn, this job had me in for an interview and they didn't call me back. Like now we have an emotional connection. Like that's what life is about, connecting with people instead of just whining and crying about some shit. And this is what I'm saying, y'all.
Me. Bye.
Welcome to the morning routine of an Oracle employee who has worked at the company for over 20 years and has a family that depends on him. It's 6 a.m., so the first thing I do is check my email. And today I learned that myself and about 30,000 Oracle employees are being terminated and that today is my last day. No meeting, no warning, no thanks for years of work, nothing. This is surprising because we had $17.2 billion in revenue last quarter, which was the best quarter we've had in 15 years. So anyway, I need to go break the news to my family.
The AI bubble is about to burst because the hyperscalers, as they're called, have used up all their own cash and are now borrowing money. They are effectively net debtors at a time when they're spending huge volumes of money on data centers.
All right, so this woman is going to explain how they are losing money by the billions, and there's going to be a bubble that's going to burst, which is going to ruin the AI economy, and everything will possibly go back to normal. Okay, so watch this.
Without having any guarantee that they're going to earn profits from that. And it's that worry that actually there isn't money to be made in that business, which is gradually dawning on investors. And that's going to be why they are going to pull away. In fact, there's already signs of people withdrawing from the AI sector.
See, so this is more good news, because here's what's crazy. If the AI bubble falls apart, all of us would be okay. But the number one thing we have to do is learn from all this without just crying and whining and just making excuses and woe is me, right? So I'm letting y'all know now that the AI bubble is going to burst because nobody knows how anybody's going to be able to sell products with AI. Because here's what's crazy. If they lay off all the damn people and don't nobody have no jobs, we're not going to have an economy because nobody has a job. They need people to buy stuff. But if nobody has a job, we're not going to be able to buy nothing. And the economy is going to fall apart. So we are a part of the ecosystem. So they need us to have jobs because they need us to buy stuff. So they need us.
And are now borrowing money.
So I talked about this a couple of days ago about how banks are a means to get away from all of this AI stuff. And I don't think I explained it well, so I'm going to explain it a little bit better. Just like this woman here is saying, I'm going to let her talk first, and then we're going to talk about the banks.
A bubble is about to burst because the hyperscalers, as they're called, have used up all their own cash and are now borrowing money.
Right there. they're now borrowing money. So the way we can take advantage of this is every last one of you has a bank account. You can go down to your bank and talk to the banker and say, hey, I got a question. Or either you can just Google, does your bank fund data centers? Okay. And if your bank is one of the banks that is funding these data centers, you can go down to your bank and talk to the banker, or either you can just start an online petition and say, if you bank at Bank of America or Truist, sign this petition, and we all are I'm going to take this petition and go down to the local Bank of America or Truist and say, hey, I just got 400 people to sign this petition that bank here. If you don't stop funding the data center in our city or the potential data center that is coming to our city, we all are going to pull our money out of this bank. Because like this woman is saying, the billionaires are using the bank's money to fund all of this shit. So what we have to do is put pressure with petitions on the banks that we bank with. Because right now I can say, where do you bank at? And y'all can say, I bank at Bank of America. I bank at here. I bank at there. I bank at Wells Fargo, right? And say everybody in the chat banks at Wells Fargo, just as an example. I can get y'all to sign a petition, and then I can go to Wells Fargo and say, this amount of people banks at Wells Fargo. If you don't stop funding this potential data center, all of us are going to take our money out of the bank, because they're going to the banks. The millionaires and billionaires are coming to the banks. But if the banks are turning around and saying no, because our people are about to pull out of our bank because they don't want a data center, we're not going to give you no money. So that is a definite 1000% solution to fighting data centers in your city. Sign a petition, or get somebody else to sign a petition. Go to your local bank. Well, you got to look up what banks are funding the data centers and go put pressure on them. That's how you stop data centers, because they're running out of money.
They are effectively net debtors.
See?
At a time when they're spending huge volumes of money on data centers without having any guarantee that they're going to earn profits from that.
Because you got to remember, how is AI going to make money? Because say AI can be more productive at Amazon, right? They make the AI robots working at Amazon. They flipping stuff. They're putting tags on boxes and all this other stuff, right? If there's nothing but robots at Amazon, nobody's going to be buying from Amazon for the robots to be processing. I'll say it again. If they fire and lay off all the damn people, and now there's robots at Amazon's, there's nobody to buy the Amazon product for the robot to process. What is a robot going to be processing if nobody has a job to buy from Amazon? What is the point of the Amazon robot when there's no products to process, to put labels on? Because nobody's buying anything, because y'all don't lay all us off. That is our power.
And it's that worry that actually there isn't money to be made in that business, which is gradually dawning on investors. And that's going to be why they are going to pull away. In fact, there's already signs of people withdrawing from the AI sector.
See, somebody says robots can work 24 hours straight, but what are they going to be working on when nobody's ordering shit? Please answer that. Yes, I agree. Robots can work 24 hours a day, but what are they going to be working 24 hours a day on if don't nobody have no money and if nobody's buying shit? The robot's just going to be sitting there because there's nothing to buy. I mean, there's nothing to process because nobody's processing orders because nobody's buying anything. They need us. Come on, y'all. They need us. But you have to believe in yourself and say, they need me. That you got to say, they need me. Like, I'm needed out here. I'm needed on YouTube. I am needed on YouTube for conversations like this. Nobody else is having these conversations. You can't think of a single other person on YouTube that is having this type of conversation, that is telling all of you watching that you have the ability to compete with AI. Not a single other person on YouTube. And tell me online. Nobody on YouTube is telling you that you have the ability to compete and win against AI. Nobody. So I'm needed. Ain't nobody gonna take my damn job.
Because they fear that this is a bubble. It seems to be utterly inevitable. The question is only when.
See, there's a bubble that's going to burst and just blow up in everybody's faces.
So you know how all the white supremacists think there's this big replacement theory going on? Well, they were right. There is a replacement theory going on. It's just that they were stupid because they got it completely wrong. So Microsoft's AI CEO just held a presentation and he said...
Hold on, before we talk about what he said, let me show you how I make money.
This just in, a new way of healing is sweeping the country, and it's a card game called Like Mother, Like Daughter. This game is powerful.
My favorite question was, if you could parent me all over again, what would you change? This card game has a mother deck and a daughter deck, so we both have questions for each other.
These are some good questions. Do you think I'm a people pleaser? If so, where did I get this trait from?
This card game actually helped my marriage, and the questions showed me that I still had unresolved issues with my mom, and I was taking them out on my husband.
If you don't do anything else, buy this card game. You won't regret it. Click the link below.
Like mother, like daughter, we are the same. You'll see when we play this game.
See, I have the ability to give y'all good information, be helpful to you and your families. In exchange, I sell card games. And for those of you who said, I want a mother-son card game, I want a father-son card game, I want a kids card game for, you know, for kids. I am working on an app. I've been saying it, but it's a lot. I'm working on an app that will put every variation of card game on the app, and y'all can turn around and pay $4.99, $5.99 a month, and be able to play all the different card games, and then share your login with your kid, with somebody else, and then you can play the card game with the other person. And I'm going to put together a whole card game marketplace, and everybody's going to be able to heal all together, collectively together. Do you see that? I'm not sitting here saying, hey, send me a Cash App. Y'all can send me a Cash App, but I would rather have y'all buy a product that will help you and your family get along with each other better. Do y'all see how I don't just ask for money? Do y'all see how I give advice? I show y'all ways of being more productive and inspiring y'all to be better. And in exchange, because that's what commerce is, I asked y'all to buy my card game. I didn't play this card game commercial the second this show came on. Why? Because I have to earn your attention. I have to earn your trust. Some of y'all have never seen me before. So I'm giving y'all different tips and everything. And in exchange, you buy my card games. You buy my products. You send a Cash App or you drop a super chat. That is how commerce works. It's reciprocal, right? So check this out. Spidey says, I just checked my bank and my bank is funding data centers. Do you see that? I brought up a different thought process in Spidey's mindset, and she, or he, I think it's a she Googled her bank and she's like, oh shit, my bank is funding data centers. So now she could turn around and go on her social media, go on TikTok and say, hey, my bank is Bank of America. My bank is Wells Fargo. My bank is Truist. Did y'all know that they're funding data centers? Let's put together a petition. If you live in California or wherever, let's put together a petition, sign my digital petition, and I'm going to walk my ass down to the bank and say, if you don't stop funding these damn data centers, all of us are going to pull our money out of this bank. And collectively, you can stop a data center from being put in your city. You have the power, and I'm helping you understand your power. And in exchange for me helping you see your power and see how much power you have and to see that you're not a victim, you buy my car game. Do y'all see how that works? That is commerce. That is how businesses work. I have to show you that you can trust me, one, and two, I have something to offer to the marketplace that is helpful to families. Not just my words, but my products. So click the link and buy your mother-daughter card game if you have any issues with your mother, or if you have any issues with your daughter, because you know some of y'all might have daughters that don't understand you. And this card game would help you and your daughter get a better understanding of each other's like role in the household. You know what I'm saying? But this is how commerce works, y'all. We don't have time over here to be victims of nothing. No, we are going to beat this AI shit, blow up this AI shit, and we are going to win against this data center shit also. We can win.
Most, if not all, white-collar jobs will be eliminated in 18 months. He said it. Most, if not all, will be eliminated within 18 months. That it's going to be a mass job replacement. There's the replacement theory right there. She's talking about replacement theory. This coincides with Bernie Sanders having experts at a hearing who said that within 10 years, 100 million jobs were going to be eliminated because of AI. Yeah. So what do? Go with universal basic income? So we're all stuck having to survive on whatever they tell us they're going to give us every year?
Nope. The day y'all think y'all may get universal income, basic income, whatever the hell the shit is, this is what y'all going to get. This is what y'all going to get right here. This is what y'all going to get. This is what y'all going to get. Universal basic income, my ass. This is going to be what's going to happen to y'all asses. They're going to tear y'all asses up. That's what y'all going to get right there. Universal aliens eviscerating y'all asses because ain't nobody giving y'all shit.
How is this going to work, you guys? There's your great replacement theory come to fruition.
You're not going to believe this shit. Here's your latest unhinged headlines. Data Center Edition. Power grid watchdog NERC, the North American Electric Reliability Corporation, which oversees the power grids for the US, Canada, and Mexico, says the data centers may soon collapse power for the entire continent.
Damn.
Which means this summer we're going to see a lot of incels revolt when they lose their girlfriends. In Nevada, which is already home to more than 70 data centers, the residents of Lake Tahoe may soon lose their power completely. Why? Every drop is being redirected to the state's data centers, which is great news for tourists who enjoy falling asleep to the relaxing sounds of in Phoenix, Arizona, a new 240 megawatt Amazon Prime data center has officially broken ground. Do the people in Phoenix know about all the rare cancers and miscarriages linked to those? Soon we're all going to look like Bezos. Just a race of aborted fried eggs with one eye that can't handle the shame. Recently, in Fayette County, Georgia, the QTS data center drained 30 million gallons of water, while residents were experiencing low water pressure and told to cut back. And in Morgan County, Georgia, thanks to the Meta data center, their drinking water looks like this.
This is the current drinking water in Morgan County, Georgia. Right after a data center was constructed, the metadata center was constructed. The only difference between the clean water and this was that data center.
Delicious.
Delicious.
Can we send some to Washington? Just give it a little shake. Tell them it's the new Coke. And finally, ending things off with a cringy megalomaniacal cyst, Kevin O'Leary is now the owner of the largest data center in the world. This insult to God was just approved in Utah, will be 40,000 acres, and will consume more power than some states. So what do you think they're powering? Satan's Christmas tree? Ooh, by the way, Kevin, was his hand hot or cold? Or just shake a hoof? What are your thoughts on data centers? Let me know in the comments. And follow for more unhinged headlines.
It's always fascinating to me that this group of people gets to decide what's right or wrong for the American people. I'll read the bottom line as far as what's going on. Much of this will come from your savings accounts and pensions accounts. The CEO of BlackRock, Larry Fink, and yes, he is from that tribe, admits that the trillions of dollars being used to build data centers and power grids will come from ordinary people's savings accounts and pension funds, and says it's mandatory.
What?
Wonder if he's going to make sure of that. Huh? He says America needs trillions in AI infrastructure spending and that people will be forced to invest into it. How the fuck does this guy get to decide who's being forced into doing this stuff? This is the problem that we have in this country, is that we have a small percentage of people that have decided what's good and or bad for America. And most of the shit that they think is good is bad for America.
I just came from an AI conference out west, and holy cow, they said to me that what we're going to see in the next 6 months outstrips what we've seen in the last 10 years because the rate of change is on a hockey stick and heading up. And I got to say, I'm pretty up to date on this stuff, and it blew my mind on some of the stuff I was seeing.
In terms of what? What did you see?
Well, there was one company that is selling autonomous coding for enterprises to big businesses, and their revenue is up 100-fold in the last 12 months. So if that continues, it's going to eat a lot of the tech budgets from major corporates that used to go to humans. And so you're seeing the employment of recent computer science graduates fall off a cliff from a lot of programs. If you rewind, 4 years ago, what would we tell young people for a secure career, learn to code? And now the opposite of that is true.
Damn. So Spidey comes back and says the banks that are funding data centers are Bank of America, JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, and Citibank. So this is what we have to do here. If you bank at either one of these banks, go to the bank, or I would say get on TikTok, get on Instagram, or wherever your following is, and say, hey, how many of you bank at one of these banks? And if they bank at one of those banks, then you go to them and say, hey, let's sign a petition and let's get the 500 signatures, and I'm going to take the petition to this bank and then tell them to stop building data centers. And let's see what happens. So this is your power. And thank you, Spidey, for sharing that. Because I'm telling you, we have the power. We have to use the power that we have, though.
So where are you on jobs long term?
Look, Dario Amodei, the CEO of Anthropic, laid it out very clearly, and he's been doing so repeatedly. He's saying we're going to automate away up to 50% of entry-level white-collar jobs in the next several years, and I believe him. The easiest people to fire are the people you haven't hired yet, which again is why you see the hiring of recent college graduates heading down, and the underemployment rate over 50%. The unemployment rate among college graduates is now the same or higher than non-college graduates for the first time in history.
Breaking news. This guy breaks down who is behind digital ID and the control grid. It's Politi Bible is his username, and he put together a great video. Watch just 60 seconds of it and send it to anyone who's still sleepwalking their way into this dystopian nightmare.
Are the entities and the forces behind digital ID? I've mapped it out. The top 4 are the UN, the WEF, the World Bank, and the ID 2020. Let me take you through it. So the first main culprit who kind of started a lot of this is the United Nations. They have Sustainable Development Goals, and in 16.9, they state by 2030, they want to provide legal identity for all, including birth registration. These UN agencies want to frame digital ID as necessary to participate in the digital economy to access services. This is how they're going to lock you in. Now, the UN is working closely with the World Bank. The World Bank has a program called Identification for Development, or ID4D. This promotes biometric digital ID systems for low and middle income countries. They're always going to start with them because it's easier to get them to comply and to roll it out. And they'll gradually work their way up to the first world countries.
So, do you think he's wrong? If so, what amount of fluoride are you consuming? Because this is exactly what's going on right now. None of these organizations are our friends. Are they promoting organic food? Are they making healthy organic food stations and making water clean around the world? No. Are they?
Somebody said, are security jobs gone? Yeah, the day they put together, these data centers, they're going to start manufacturing robots, and there's going to be a robot at the parking deck. There's going to be a robot at the bank. There's going to be a robot in stores or whatever. And the robot is going to, I don't know, shoot you, laser beam you, or, just apprehend you, shoot something at you, shoot a net and put you in a net or something, and you're not going to be able to go nowhere. And that is going to be the new security. So, yeah. Or a drone. Yeah. Because what they can do is you can rob the bank, but there'll be a drone outside. The second you run out of the bank, the drone is just going to shoot your ass. So there's no reason for a security guard to be inside of the bank. Once you rob it, you just call the drone. And a drone versus a police officer, a drone is just outside of the bank at all times. And say the employees might have a little necklace that all they got to do is like boom, or a little bracelet where they like boom, and they say, no, the drone is going to get the person that comes outside. So there goes your security jobs. Just think about it outside of a club. A robot is standing there scanning you. So you know how the bouncer got to be like pass you down. The robot is just going to stand in front of the door at the club and it's just going to scan you. See if you got a gun on you or a weapon, and then let you in. That's as simple as it gets.
Helping the fertility crisis that's happening where people are trying to have babies and can't because of all the crazy chemicals in the food, air, and water supply? No. Now, you can check out this full video on his page. I will say in the meantime, with this shocking agenda against humanity, it's more important than ever before to be detoxing and rejuvenating and boosting your fertility and brain function. And if you think that's important, right now, Chalk is giving away
in recent history, allegedly used an algorithm to fire the recent 30,000 employees from its company, and it's just getting started. Here's the full story and why it matters. So it's March 31st, 6 a.m., and 30,000 employees wake up to an email from Oracle leadership saying today is going to be your last day. Now, that same morning, a woman who had been at the company for 34 years opens LinkedIn and posts, I think the algorithm is targeting those employees owed the most in stock options. And about a week later, they get a new CFO and they're offered a $26 million stock package. So why is all this important? Well, this isn't just about AI job replacement. This is something a little bit more. This is the first wealth transfer machine of its kind that's completely legal, completely invisible, and makes the people at the top immune from consequence. Whether you're a teacher, a surgeon, a nurse, an accountant, the variables already exist. You're in the spreadsheet and you just don't know it yet. But try building an algorithm that decides what a CEO is worth to eliminate, because that's illegal. It's funny how that works, isn't it?
So there are good points and bad points to this. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna do a part 2 on this tomorrow, and I'm gonna do another video this evening most likely. But What do y'all think about everything that we've talked about? Did this live stream make you feel better about AI, or did it make you feel worse about AI? Let me know in the chat. You know what? Let's do this. Let's see if anybody wants to come up. So I'm going to drop the StreamYard link, and I want to see if anybody wants to come up. I think that'll be fun. So the link that you see is going to say StreamYard. Click the link, and then you can come up on the show and share your opinion on everything that we've talked about. I want to see what y'all have to say. So click the link that is in the chat, and I want to see if you guys have anything to share. And I'm going to play the beginning of this video because some of y'all were not here when the video started. So this is what Elon Musk said.
All jobs are gone.
All jobs are gone. So
yeah. Thank you for solving that.
Employment. People are worried. All the blue collar labor is being done by robots. All data centers are being built by robots.
The white collar labor will be the first to go, because until you can move atoms, the thing that can be replaced first is anything that involves just digital. Like if it's digital, like if it involves tapping keys on a keyboard and moving a mouse, the computer can do that. The AI can do that.
When is all white collar work gone? By when?
Well, there's a lot of inertia. So even with AI at its current state, I'd say you're pretty close to being able to replace half of all jobs. But there's a lot of inertia. People just keep doing the same thing for quite some time, and there actually has to be a company that makes more use of AI that competes with a company that makes.
All right, let me see your face, OP. I see you in the background. I mean, in the back. I just want to make sure you're actually a person. All right, cool. Gotcha. What's going on, brother?
Yeah, well, I've been not trusting this AI thing because I know the damage it's gonna do for people, jobs, and stuff like that. So for months, I've been thinking about that. Like, you know, yeah, the bad thing it's gonna do for people.
So, is there any positivity with all this AI stuff, do you think? Because I think it's important for us to see how we, as just normal people, can take advantage of this instead of being, just thinking it's all bad, because there's a good thing to everything,
Well, with all good things, there's a bad. I guess the good thing is it could make music video and songs for you easier. But that's gonna, a lot of producers, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be bad for them. So
well, they could do something else.
Like they're gonna be losing, so it's good and bad.
Well, how about they utilize AI to make songs as the producer and let them being a producer, it could be a part of their repertoire. So instead of it being them that is making the music, the AI is making the music, and that can be something unique to the producer.
Yeah, some of them are already using it still. Yeah.
So the producers won't be out of a job then, right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. But what about the security guards and stuff like that, later on?
Well, I just brought up the security guards. Like a security guard, it'd just be a robot standing up there, and it's just going to scan your body to see if you got a gun or a knife and then wave you in if you don't.
But I'm saying a lot of people who's security guard going to lose their jobs,
Do something else.
Like what?
Like it's really that simple. Like we have to stop complaining. Not saying you are complaining, but we have to stop saying, what am I going to do? Well, you got to answer that. What are you going to do? I'm not going to ever sit here. What am I going to do? Who am I asking? Like I can get a mentor and say, hey, what do you think the best direction I can go in? But sitting around saying, what are we going to do? If I'm a security guard, I'm just going to do some other shit. Like I don't have to just be a security guard. I can, you have to have other talents, You
know what I'm afraid of? All this AI stuff. Remember Terminator from way back, 1980 something? Yeah, that's what it's going to turn into in the future.
But didn't they beat Terminator?
Huh?
Didn't we beat Terminator in
Not really.
Terminator?
Not really.
No, we beat Terminator. I think the last Terminator we beat it.
But the way we train in AI now is going to be smart, trying to be smarter than us.
Okay, we got to be smarter than it.
Well, you never know. It might eliminate most of us.
Yeah. Remember, I talked about it because I think I'm not gonna say it should happen, but that's kind of how life is. You know, this is gonna be. It's gonna be us.
Yeah,
so,
pretty much.
Do you remember that movie? They beat that.
Which one was that? That was the one with War Against LA or War of the World? Okay.
But they won against the thing, bro.
Yeah.
They beat it. And Spidey, I see you in the back, but it says your device is not connected. So try to come out and come back in. So I see you, Spidey, but it said device not connected. So try to come back in. But they won against that, bro. They beat that. That big ass thing, they beat it in the movie. Did you see the movie?
I believe I did. Yeah, I did actually.
They beat it.
Mm-hmm.
So why can't we beat it?
I mean, it's a possibility,
but that's what I'm saying. We can't sit here and just have this defeatist mindset of woe is me. Oh my God, this is going to take over. Like we gotta figure out ways on, even beforehand, before the aliens come, before all this stuff happens, we can beat whatever comes. Like, it's not that serious, we can stop the data centers. I gave y'all an understanding on how to beat the data centers. Go to your bank, because like I said in multiple videos, they are saying the banks are getting scared that they're not going to get their money back because these data centers are costing millions and billions of dollars. Mm-hmm. And the banks are funding them. Well, guess what? We can go to our bank and say, hey, if you're funding data centers, I'm pulling out of the bank. And all of these other people that sign this petition are going to pull out of the bank also. You don't think the bank will listen?
Yeah, they will when they see a lot of people coming at them like that. Yeah.
But do you see how everything that's an issue, there's a solution to it? We just have to work on it.
That's true. Yeah.
And not give up. And that's all I'm saying, man.
Okay, I got you.
The weak people are always going to die off. The weak people are always going to end up homeless and being on the street, Mm-hmm. And I don't want anybody to be on the street, but at the end of the day, only the strong survive. When you see homeless people on the side of, homeless, they lost.
Yeah, that's true.
How many homeless people you see per day?
A lot.
They lost.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, they gave up, huh?
No, I'm not going to say they gave up, but they were the weak. Only the strong are going to survive. The strong have the cars. The strong have the houses. The strong still have somewhere to stay. The strong have the jobs. The strong lose their jobs and find another job.
Okay, that's true. Or start their own business, huh?
They start their own business. I haven't worked since 2017 because, like I said, in the near future, there's not going to be any homeless people, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
That's where the homeless people going to be.
Yeah.
They'll be gone. Mm-hmm. I promise you.
The machines are.
They are going to, so they're going to be gone. They're just going to walk around and eviscerating all the damn homeless people. And they're going to be like, oh my God, they're aliens. Oh my God. And it ain't going to be nobody's fault because it's going to be the aliens.
True. The government going to set them on us.
Yep, the government is going to sick the aliens on them, not us, them, because we are productive. They need us.
That's true.
This is going to be on them, not us. They're going to get rid of all their asses.
Yeah.
Only the strong will survive. And that's just how life is, how life always been.
That's true.
Life is like that with animals out in the wild.
Because I really haven't worked since 2019 too, since I left the military. After that, I was getting money from them. I'm still getting money from them. Plus, I did Lyft for a little bit. I stopped. And now I just buy houses and, get people a place to live. Like,
see, you are adding value to the marketplace. No?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I am.
You are providing people places to live. No?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I am. Yeah.
So the aliens are going to walk right past you and be like, they're going to scan you and be like, all right, so he cool. They're going to be like, no, he cool. He got some real estate. I'm going to keep going.
Okay.
They're going to see me. I'm like, oh my God. They're like, no, he's playing card games. No, he's good. Let him go.
Okay.
But Susan over there, who's just sitting around on the floor crying because she lost her job. Vroom. John over here whining about he lost his job. Vroom.
Okay.
Because in all honesty, that's what they have to do. Because now they got to make room for AI people, AI robots and shit. Because if they taking everybody's job, everybody just went sitting on their asses, eating up all the food, taking up all the resources. Ain't nobody gonna be doing all that.
Yeah.
They finna get rid of their asses. And y'all think I'm joking about this alien invasion shit.
No, I heard in China
they're gonna get rid of some of y'all asses, huh?
I heard in China they do something about like credit score or social status. Like if you have a low one, you get like they put you homeless or something like that, or you're on the street.
The government still has to take care of you even if you're homeless though.
No, I mean they on the street suffering. Like I don't think the government take care of them in China.
You got to think about it. Do they want all these people on the street stinking, not taking showers, suffering and stuff? It makes the city look bad.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it make more sense for it to be an alien invasion and all their asses is gone?
Yeah, I guess they might do that. Yeah.
And the laser beams, like from the aliens. You see, the laser beams didn't get rid of the camera. It got rid of the person with the camera, but it didn't blow up. It didn't blow up the building. It didn't blow up the camera. It didn't blow up the car. It just eviscerated the person. So the car is still there. The building is still there. The camera is still there.
Yeah.
So the aliens are going to be able to just eviscerate the person and still be able to take their car and sell the car because now the car don't have an owner. So now they can get a car to a person that is worthy of the car, and instead of the little whiny ass person that has a car.
I got you. It's just focus on the body.
Yeah. So the resources are still going to be there. The person sucking up the resources aren't going to be there. The camera's still there. The camera fell to the ground.
Yeah.
Now somebody be like, "Ooh, I got a camera."
Okay.
So, yeah, man. So my goal, just as a leader of my community, is to teach people how to be more productive and less whiny. So when the aliens come and scan you, I'm gonna be like this.
Sure. You have something productive.
Or I'm gonna fight back and be like, you ain't gonna eviscerate me, you son of a bitch. I'm gonna get your ass. I'm put up a mirror.
You will let it go back
I'm
to
gonna
them,
do
right?
some research, and when they shoot the laser beams, I'm gonna walk around with a big ass mirror. I'm gonna take a mirror out of my house, and I'm gonna walk around with a big ass mirror. And when it turns around and shoots me with a laser, it's gonna shoot somebody else. It's gonna bounce off of me because I got a mirror.
Truthfully,
ingenuity.
Yeah, when you was talking earlier, I was like thinking about what kind of weapon I could buy to defeat these aliens too.
A flamethrower and a mirror.
I got you.
A flamethrower, like tear everything up. Then the mirror, just in case they got laser beams, it's gonna bounce off. Come on, man.
What if they're immune to the flamethrower? You know?
We gotta figure something else out.
Yeah, whatever.
Everything has a weakness.
True. We gotta find out their weak spot.
We gotta find out their weak spot. So hide out and figure out the weak spot, and then everybody gonna get on TikTok and they're gonna be hiding and be like, "Hey, I just found the weak spot."
True for the aliens.
It's water.
Yeah.
Throw water on them, and then this and that's gonna happen. Then boom.
That's it. Yeah.
TikTok is gonna save everybody.
Like you ever watch the movie The
about
Blob?
some water guns, the little high pressure water guns that shoot their ass in the water.
You ever watch the movie The Blob?
The Blob? No, I didn't.
Yeah. It was this foamy thing that was sucking up people, killing people. And they tried blowing it up with stuff, never worked. And the thing that worked, when they froze it, that's what worked.
See?
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. We have to, no matter what the threat is, whether it's the government, whether it's AI, whether it's aliens, they all have a weakness. And if we work together, whether it's the data centers, we can work together and get rid of whatever is trying to go at us, because we have the power. We have to act like we have the power.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we gotta fight back.
We have to fight back. We can't be bitches.
That's it. Nah.
We can't bitch out. You know, we can't sit on the floor whining. We can't do that.
That's true, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let me show you something. I got all kinds of shit. I'm ready for the aliens. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
Hand-to-hand combat on their asses.
Nice.
Because maybe the bullets probably ain't gonna work on the aliens. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta slice their neck.
I'm gonna cut off the little tentacle things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, true.
Cut off the little legs. I'm gonna be out there. You know, the bullets probably don't work. I'm gonna have all kinds of shit. I'm gonna jump on the damn thing back and jug it in the damn in a sensor beam thing. You know what I'm saying? With a laser beam coming out, I'm gonna be like, you know?
Yeah, true.
We can't give up, man. We can't give up. That's all I'm saying.
That's true. I got you.
You know? But thank you for showing up, man.
You're welcome. Take care.
All right. Have a good one.
All right, then. All right, bye.
All right, y'all. So I hope y'all enjoyed this show. I enjoy doing these videos. You know, I had to take a break from the Erica Kirk stuff. I'm still into the Erica Kirk, Candace Owens stuff, but like certain things, if I can add value to people that are out here scared, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to do that, because I think that's part of my responsibilities. You know what I'm saying? Just as an influencer, you know, so we can get back to the Erica Kirk stuff, the all the other stuff or whatever, but we have to hunker down, work together, reevaluate our weaknesses and focus on our strengths, and stop being whiny. Don't be sitting on the floor on TikTok crying and TikTok don't give a damn. Okay. Nobody cares about your kids. Nobody cares. You the only person that cares about your damn kids. Nobody cares. Your job don't care about your kids. Your job wish you didn't have no kids, because you keep taking off work for your damn kids, for your little sick ass kids, and your little sick ass kids will make you sick. So your job don't care about your kids. Your job wish you you didn't have no damn kids. So don't be sitting around crying about your kids. Nobody gives a shit. Okay. Focus on what you can do. Be more productive. Strategize more. Build a community. Communicate with other people. Stop being in the house all the time. If you have a problem, ask for help. I'll say it again. If you have a problem, if you get laid off, if you got laid off, if you're dealing with divorce, whatever it is, ask for help. Your community will help you. Your community will give you answers. Stop doing everything by yourself, because the only way we can beat the data centers if we work together. The only way we can beat AI if we work together. All right. So I'll talk to y'all later. And before y'all go, I'm going to play the like button song. But before I do that, got to pay some bills.
This just in, a new way of healing is sweeping the country, and it's a card game called Like Mother, Like Daughter. This game is powerful.
My favorite question was, if you could parent me all over again, what would you change? This card game has a mother deck and a daughter deck, so we both have questions for each other.
These are some good questions. Do you think I'm a people pleaser? If so, where did I get this trait from? This card game actually helped my marriage, and the questions showed me that I still had unresolved issues with my mom, and I was taking them out on my husband.
If you don't do anything else, buy this card game. You won't regret it. Click the link below.
Like mother, like daughter, we are the same. You'll see when we play this game.
And if you enjoyed this show, put fire emojis in the chat. If you enjoyed this show, drop fire emojis in the chat, because I do this for you. So I need to know if you enjoyed this type of content. Or we could do the Charlie Kirk stuff, but did y'all enjoy this content? Because this is new and I like talking about things like that that is helpful to my community. So drop fire emojis in the chat if you enjoyed this. Where is the song? Hold on, y'all. I'm looking for the song. Here it is.
Everybody hit the like button. 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 If you got something to say, drop it in the comments. Don't be acting afraid. What? Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. If you got something to say, drop it in the comments. Don't be acting afraid. Drop your city in the chat. Let me know you at. Drop your city in the chat. Let me know you at. Drop your city in the chat. Let me know you at. Drop your city. What? Drop your city in the chat. What? Drop your city. What? Drop your city in the chat. Drop your city in the chat.
This is a classic right here. I forgot all about this one. I'm gonna bring this one back. Keep dropping fire emojis in the chat. Drop fire emojis in the chat.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo, looking for the clues. Hit the like button if you part of the crew. Scooby-Dooby-Doo, looking for the clues. Hit the like button if you part of the crew. Yeah, black or white, red or blue. We all stuck together like Gorilla Super Glue. Yo, Scooby-Dooby-Doo, looking for the clues. Hit the like button if you part of the crew. Hit the like button and tell me where you from. Hit the like button and tell me where you from. Hit the like button and tell me where you from. Hit the like button. Hit the like button and tell me where you from. Hit the like button and tell me where you from. Hit the like button and tell me where you from. Hit the like button if you part of the crew. Scooby-Dooby-Doo, looking for the clues. Hit the like button if you part of the crew. Yo, black or white, red or blue. We all stuck together like Gorilla Super Glue. Oh.